And we are live on Wednesday night with those guys. And I'm just waiting for a few people to come in. I'm waiting on Novice Quads. You know,
I'm here, dude. I'll be right back. If you can just
Okay.
talk about anything, I'll be right back, dude, okay?
All right. Well, I'm
Give me
just waiting on Justin to show up.
Okay,
Um, I'm about
a
to
live show.
do a few things here and wait for you to
Wednesday.
get back. On
All right,
Justin.
I'm going to mute real quick. I got to mute. All
Oh,
right?
okay. So yeah, we got a few things to talk about tonight. DJI and other drone-related incidents. Mostly about DJI. You know, DJI and the security issues, DJI and the smart control. A few things came up, and also some other things on a new drone that I just happened to lay my eyes on just the other day. Matter of fact, yesterday. So there's a few things to talk about, and a few things, like I said, more things on DJI. So who's it? Mr. Crowley, how you doing today? You're the first one here. I'm just waiting on Lawrence to come back, and I'm waiting on Justin to come in. How are you doing today? Well, I'm not doing too bad. I can't complain. You know, I got some flying in this week, you know,
All right, I'm back. Dude. I'm sorry.
hanging
I
out.
had to
Yeah.
I had to take care of some business. What's up, man?
No, just having a conversation with Mr. Crowley.
Okay,
Yeah,
well,
you
I
know,
heard you talking about some stuff with DJI. What I'm
well,
gonna do is go ahead.
there's a few things on here on DJI, and you might want to put this one in to your was it Alti drones, Alti drone,
Okay.
UAS?
Yes,
Yeah, you might want to check that out. I think I sent you some information on a
you
link.
did. You did send me a link. And for those of you guys who are wondering why I'm not on the PC, it's because I just walked in the door, and I'm gonna host like this at least for the next 10 minutes before I can start my computer up. I got it started up. I need to run out to the store, but this would be a great way to keep the live stream going.
What's up, Justin? Did you get the link?
Yeah, I sent him, I sent Paul, I sent Val, and I sent Roosevelt the link. So no one can say they didn't receive the link. All right.
Okay.
Like I said, I'm going to run to the store really quick, but I'm going to keep you guys online with me. I'm going to stay online with you guys. I mean,
Well,
that's
you know what I was going to tell you, Lawrence? One of the things that we were going to talk about tonight is something that you had mentioned when we were talking about a double standard.
yeah.
Not only that, but there was something that happened to us the other day when we were out flying that, you know, that something is coming about that well, everyone knows about it already, but it's funny how it came out. It's also tied into another portion of what we were gonna talk about too, you know, with the security on DJI and all of the you know, the scare tactics that's been put out there already for people about DJI.
Right.
And also talking about the ban that has now been re-put on DJI again. But hey,
well, it's Huawei. It's Huawei as well. That drone company Huawei, HUAWEI or something to that effect.
Well, yeah, they are banned for doing business with any American company, yes. But DJI has a ban on military bases. They are not allowed to be on military bases. And
Well, it's not DJI so much. It's our government that has found out that DJI has been sending our information to third-party solicitors or whatever. But you want to know what? That's a crock of bull, because DJI and every electronics company and that you could think of has been sending out information for years. So
Well-
why now they want to talk about it?
Well, what's funny about that, what you mentioned, I haven't had any issues with DJI, but more so my issues that I've had with that is with Verizon. Verizon has sullied my name on every one of these solicitors out there that I get all kinds of calls for nonsense. So you
Yeah,
talk
but they're trying to say that DJI was giving our information up. And I'm going to tell you right now, they knew DJI was giving our information up, because in order to sell DJI products, just like we sign a term of service, they have to sign a terms of service also to sell their stuff here in the United States. And one of those terms of service was to give up any information that they are collecting.
Okay. Well,
You know, so
well,
it's just a crock.
like I
Go
was,
ahead.
this is what we were saying before. The first time, hey Elliot, what's up? The first time that came about, that's when DJI started to have, went above and beyond themselves and implemented the geofencing and started with, making restrictions where people couldn't fly and stuff like that. That's the first time that started, when that first came up. Hey, Eddie,
Right.
Eddie Nunez.
What's up, guys? What's up? I can't see you guys in the chat room.
Yeah, we got a couple. They got Eddie Nunez, Jay Santiago, Elliot, Mr. Crowley.
Okay.
What's been going on, Elliot? But yeah, DJI went above and beyond themselves to come up with all of those geofencing, because the first time the United States went after them with this issue and this security nonsense. And
Right.
they've back at it again. And what has DJI now implemented to offer they suggested this, and they're also suggesting that it becomes something that their competitors should do as well. And we talked about that last week. We talked about that last week with the what do you call it, the receivers that they're going to have in the drones now.
Yeah, but you know what? That's another crock of bull, because you know that they had transponders, just that the transponders were proprietary and not everybody can see them. Now they make a non-proprietary transponder so that you can see everyone's drone in the air.
Well, that's already happened. That's already
right.
happened.
But they're saying in the new drones that are coming out, they're putting it. Basically, DJI doesn't want to give up their proprietary hardware.
Well,
so they're going to add a second device.
They're just going to be receivers.
Thank you. Exactly. All it is it's probably a chip that'll be soldered to the board that pings
the information for where. Okay.
Well, that chip is probably going to ping every few milliseconds just to give up. But one good thing about it is I know you don't have to worry about people going rogue, because if they do, then they know who the hell they are and where they are.
Well, the thing.
Can you imagine someone trying to fly Manhattan with one of those transponders?
Well, I don't think it would be much of an issue, because I don't think that with all of the drones out there, it's just
if I lose connection, I'll reconnect. Go ahead.
It's like if you check out security in a lot of places,
right?
They don't have anyone watching. They're waiting for an incident to take place, and then they'll go back and check the camera. It's just surveillance.
Right.
Nobody's actually watching those cameras, and I can tell you that for a fact, because I was at was working at a hospital, and one of the jobs we had to do, we had to go into the security booth where those cameras can be monitored from, and they didn't have a phone in there.
Right.
They just have these monitors, and if you have an issue that takes place, they can go back and
then
look
they
at
click a switch and they know. Right,
and
right.
find out exactly
but
what
see,
happened.
how are you? Good. But see, what's happening with the transponder thing is, as soon as you cut your joint on, before you get off the ground, they will be able, thank you, they will be able to know and see who you are.
Understandable. But what I'm trying to say to you is that with over 1 million drones out there, you're going to have to create a police.
It's going to be hard to monitor everything.
That's not what it's for. It's just for you to be able to receive, so you can see, just for you to be able to fly a little safer.
All right, I'm still listening, but I'm going dark.
Because where you going?
All right, I'm still here.
How dark you
Huh?
How dark?
You stupid. Well, can you see me now?
No.
Okay, that's how dark I'm going.
Okay.
That's about it. Yeah, I'm still here.
So yeah, like I was saying, it's just so you can fly a little safer. Because let's be honest with ourselves. We've said this 100 times and 100 times over. We don't have the assistance of air traffic control, just like a manned aircraft.
Yes.
This is a little bit so you to be able to, like I said, be able to know who's in your area, what's in your area. What I would love to have is for it to be able to pick up other drones.
Now, see, that would be a concern for me because, like I do, when we were flying over in New Jersey, we didn't go near that cruise ship that was docked in the middle of New York Harbor because we knew there were guys in Brooklyn flying it.
We knew that there was a possibility that guys in Brooklyn would be flying it, and you don't want to run into anyone that don't know what altitude or what maneuver you're about to do.
Exactly.
It'll be two drones riding to the Bahamas.
Excuse me, man. I'm catching a cold.
Catching a cold, or has he got allergies? I have allergy issues, and I felt like I've had a cold all month.
It's allergy and everything, man.
Okay, well, I'm not flying with you. But yeah, that's what I like. I really would love if it could pick up on the drone. But you know
what?
Yeah.
There probably is a way to do that, but the technology's not here yet.
Well, if the damn plane transmit signal.
Sorry, you sound like I'm dying here.
If it can pick up a plane that's transmitting the signal,
it can pick up a drone.
Why couldn't it pick up a drone? It'd be something simple, just to if it can, put out
the same software that they're going to and hardware that they're going to put in so that planes can see us would be the same way you would do that.
Understandable, but I don't know how small it can be, or that I don't know. But I'm just curious to know what it's going to do. If it is something that will increase the weight of the drone or what, I don't know.
Well, think about it. They're already putting GPS in drones that are the size of a quarter. Back in the day, GPS used to be the size of a pack of cigarettes.
Right.
So technology is advancing. Just a matter of how far.
I'm just curious to know how much space are they using? Because look at something like the Mavic series.
Right.
I'm quite sure.
What happened?
That they're maximizing a lot of the space inside of that drone with the shape of it and the how compact they are. I'm quite sure they're maximizing a lot of space in there.
You know who we should speak to about that?
Who?
Our local drone tech, Twan. Because he would know how much space is in those things because he fixes them. You know, if you need to add another quarter size GPS or transponder or something, that's okay. But how will it affect the battery? Will it cut down? Because you add more electronics, that's more power, less battery life.
Well, true, but no one will know until, that's something that, Thomas O'Sullivan, what's up?
Well, let's see. Hey, everyone in the chat room. I can't see you now. I'm about to walk in the house and get on my computer now. But let's see how this transponder thing goes.
Well,
because
I'm curious to see how well it's going to work, and I really believe that if it's anything like what they have like right now, I know with the Matrice, and talking with Paul Murray had said that on the Enterprise versions of the Mavic series, that it shows him on his screen where planes are in the air, so they already have it.
Well, if you remember last year, the Mavic Pro, they did a firmware update, and people were saying that they saw a little picture of a plane in the corner, and people didn't realize it, but in the direction that the plane was pointing was actually where you should look in comparison to your remote to see what a plane was.
Well, it's going to be a little bit more, probably a little bit more upgraded than that now, and with the new ones coming out next year. Everything coming out, anything over 250 grams.
Yes. That was the standard, 250 grams. Yeah.
250 grams more. It's going to have this on it.
Well, see, that's why I'm also trying to learn how to fly a Cinewoop, because those literally weigh under 250 grams. You don't have to register them or nothing.
Right. But are you gonna push it up to the top of that building?
Not something that light. Hell no. No, that's designed.
Okay. Then.
Those are designed specifically for
low level
for low level flying.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, but I am back in the house. I just have to cut the computer on and stuff, but I got to unpack these bags.
You got to unpack.
Anyway,
what are you coming
everyone?
In with the Rogers?
Well, I was carrying no. No. I was carrying some adult juice. No, some adult juice for after the stream,
After the stream. You know what?
Yeah.
I find real interesting how you have adult juice, right? Waiting for you after the live stream. All I got is apple juice. And I live and die by that in my water.
I'm
gonna have to start adult juice too.
Well, you got to do something, man. Let's figure it out.
Well,
hold on. Look, hey, get me out! Get me out! Get me out of here! No, it's great. I put the phone behind, and it looks like I was in jail.
Oh, but they locked you out of your computer.
Man, no, I wouldn't be saying get me out. You know that. I would be using a few harsher words. Anyway, who's in the chat, huh?
Hey, Justin, what's up, man?
Just checking in real quick.
All right.
All right, you got background noise, Justin. Where are you?
You know you're down in Florida.
What are you doing, Lawrence?
That's a lot of moving. That's a lot of moving.
Can't hear you.
We can't hear you. We can only hear the background noise.
So could you imagine like this table worth of food?
Justin, can you hear us? Put your headset in.
He might not have it.
Oh, okay. Well, he doesn't know, but if he can hear us, we're picking up background noise, Justin.
Yeah, we're hearing what's going on behind you and not hearing you.
Which means everybody is seeing just Justin. I don't know. Oh, he broke out and came. He'll probably come back in after he finds a headset somewhere. Anyway, getting back to what we were talking about, that transponder thing, let's see how it plays out, because I happen to know for a fact that all DJI drones are transmitting at a certain frequency and their location as soon as you plug them, turn them on. Okay, but it's only proprietary. And it's proprietary because only they can see it.
Well,
now that they passed the law, no, go ahead and finish.
Well, it wasn't a law. It's not a law. What it is something that DJI suggested to try to keep them off their back. Just like the last time DJI had them on their back. DJI said, let me create these geo fences. Nobody had that. Nobody had that until they were snooping around in DJI's backyard.
That's true. That is true. All right, I'm setting up, and I should be on in a few seconds now. I may have to mute this to keep from getting feedback, but remember I signed in under 2 accounts. I was on my phone and through YouTube. So I'm going to YouTube now.
Well, you should be able to.
I should be able to, but I got to mute you first before I do a few things, and then I should be good. There you are, live.
You got to mute you first.
Yeah. I see you muted. Everything is fine. What's up, everybody in the chat room? Mr. Crowley, Jay Santiago, Elliot Franco, Eddie Nunez. What's up, guys? Thomas O'Sullivan, Michael W. Blade. Love my drones. How are all of you? And I'll be in here in a second. I'm just trying to set stuff up so that I don't kill the show and stuff like that.
I see.
You got 4 likes. You got 4 likes and 1 dislike. No, that's not a new camera. That's my phone, dude.
Oh, okay.
It looks a lot better, right?
No, I said you had a new camera angle.
Oh. What? Oh, yeah, you can see the keyboard and everything down there. Okay.
You got 1 dislike. Okay, so we really working here.
I wish. I need to change angles, right? Have this here like this behind me, right? I don't know if you can see the screen or whatever. But have this camera here behind me like that.
Okay.
And then I would sign in through Hangouts, which is where I'm going now.
Right.
Now, there may be an echo. So let me mute the show and you do a little, let me mute this one and you do a little talking, okay?
Well, you can't hear me then. So yeah, we were talking about that transponder. Lawrence is not, he's curious to see how it's going to work. I'm curious to see how it's going to work. He doesn't trust it. I think it'll be a safer way of flying, especially if they improve it from what I've seen so far. But the one thing I did know,
you can hear me?
Yeah, it shows that you
again. I got to hang up one of them because I'm getting a double echo here. I am using 2 sources.
That's what an echo is.
You hear it as well?
No.
Okay. Well, I'm going to hang up this one here.
Okay.
And now I'm good. All right, that was fun.
So yeah. So you say nay on this
No. I'm for it 100%. I'm just saying that it's a crock of bull that they're saying now you will be able to find and see where the DJI drones are. You can do that now.
Well, that's not what it's for.
Right. It's for them to be able to see where you are.
No, it's a receiver. It's an ADSB receiver. And
hold on.
For you to be able to see where aircrafts are.
Oh, okay. Now see, hold on. I misunderstood what it was. I thought they were putting in a transponder that broadcast your location.
No. That's already happening.
Right. That's what I was wondering about. I misunderstood what their intent was. That's why I was saying it was stupid for them to put another device in that already lets you know where the drone is when you already know where the drone is.
That's already happening. You know, Aeroscope came out and that was just DJI helping people watch DJI because, like I said, DJI is like the number one, company in consumer drones, and at one time, still, but a lot of commercial pilots are using their product as well.
Right.
What happened was DJI came out with that Aeroscope, says that they can. They can be monitored. The drones can be monitored by law enforcement and in airports and stuff like that. That's what that was for.
Okay. Okay. Well,
DJI seems to come out with these things anytime the United States government is looking in their garbage cans, and it's funny that they do this each time, because here's one, like I said, that is probably that they finally did for the pilot's safety and not just for his inconvenience.
Well, thank everybody for popping in and showing some support to Wednesday nights with those guys. It's still early, the weather's nice, but in the event that Wednesday nights with those guys or I get cut off for no reason, we're about to have very, very violent thunderstorms here in New York. The same storms that are leaving tornadoes, and like yesterday, you heard about the tornadoes in Jersey, right? Well, that's just one state over from us, and New York has had tornadoes. At least they do in the middle of the summer out on Long Island.
Did you see the tornadoes over there in was it Ohio?
All over Ohio, down by Texas. Yeah,
I saw something on some drones, checking out the area around those tornadoes over in Ohio, searching around.
Well, I was talking with my boss about this, and I was asking him, I said, every year we go through this Tornado Alley, it's called Tornado Alley. They have an area where the jet stream comes down and meets the warm air, and it creates all these tornadoes. Now, what I don't get is, if during this time of the year we're going to have tornadoes, why don't they make that place like a resort, and then when the tornadoes are coming, you get the hell out and you come back and you look at the damage. And my boss, I know, my boss was like, well, what about the people who can't afford to leave? And I was like, all right, never mind. But the point I'm making is,
you're talking about.
What happened? It's
a whole lot of area you're talking about. Like, this thing went through Dayton, Ohio.
Yeah.
People, there's no tourist spots in Ohio.
True. That's true. I mean, there are, but not anybody.
Messing with anybody from Ohio, but messing with Ohio. But I'm just saying, in Dayton, Ohio, I've been there. And it's a nice place,
right?
But people live there, they just can't up and run because tornadoes are coming to this time.
Do you know anything about this?
School? Yeah.
Do you know anything about this DJI manifold? Because Ostaloff on Twitter had leaked something way back in the beginning of the year, and I'm trying to find some information on it now, and because I want to know what the hell it is. Now, he just released, he said, finally, the manifold is here, Manifold 2.
Isn't they had similar to, if I'm not mistaken, looks similar to the Matrice?
I'm going to see now, Manifold 2. Here it is, DJI Manifold 2. It's an onboard supercomputer for drones called the Manifold 2. It's a computer. Actually, I can pull it up on screen if you don't mind and explain it as I see it. But right now, it looks real interesting because I can't tell if it's, it basically just explained it. DJI announces newest onboard supercomputer for drones, the Manifold 2. Now, I was looking at this. It's just the main compartment. I think that's the brain inside the Matrice, but this doesn't look like a Matrice. If I click on this picture, can you guys see that?
Yeah.
Okay. The brain is that black box on top of this drone. So I don't know. It looks industry type. I don't know what the hell's going on, but I need to find out, possibly by Sunday or by your next week's show, we'll find out what the hell a manifold is.
Well,
I
why
think
don't they
that'll be a
just
good
build
idea.
it into the drone?
What happened?
Why don't they just build it into the drone?
Oh no, they want it to be interswappable.
Okay.
And by it being interswappable, then people can start building DJI drones with DJI parts. That's where I see them going with this manifold. Now,
Uh,
someone correct me
how
if
would that
I'm wrong.
benefit DJI?
Sure, there is a Rock and Roll Hall of Fame and a Football Hall of Fame. Elliot, I don't know. He was answering something. I don't know, to someone.
Hey,
But
Elliot,
Elliot, you want to come in here? You can. Give me a second, and I'll get the link from an email, and we'll get you up in here. We would love for you to come hang out with us. Plus, you add some
Elliot,
character to the
question.
stream.
What about the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame? You trying to make it?
No, he said they have one. I know they have a Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. That's why I was trying to figure out what the conversation was about. But that's when my daughter would tell me you're all in the sauce and don't know the flavor. Oh, things in Ohio. Oh, we were saying there's no
Really?
tourist attractions because sure there is. There's a Rock and Roll Hall of Fame and a Football Hall of Fame there. We'll see.
Yeah, I got you, Elliot. But after the day is over, no, I'm not.
I sent the link, Elliot. Who else is still here? Let's see who's still here and participants. Right now, we have people watching from their cell phones or whatever, but you're more than welcome to join the panel.
The point was about people up and leaving because of tornadoes coming through areas.
You got to give Elliot a wrench.
He doesn't have one?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, you got to give him a wrench. But getting back to what we were talking about pertaining to that manifold, I'm going to do some research on it and I'll pass it on to you. And we're going to get a little more brief on it because I remember Ostilov from Twitter mentioning finally the Manifold 2 is here way back in February, maybe even January, the beginning of the year. He was saying something about Manifold, but I didn't know what the hell it was.
Okay.
So now we know it's a supercomputer for DJI drones. Now, DJI is proprietary only, right? So that would mean you could probably only hook this supercomputer up to DJI drone parts.
Like I said, I don't think that you will ever have a time where you or anybody else is going to be building no DJI drone other than DJI.
Dude, I ain't got time to fly my DJI drone. You talking about build one? I got racing drones here on assembly line.
Well,
give me a second while I go get something to drink. If that's cool with you. Elliot, come on in, man.
You're going to get more.
Hurry up and go shave or whatever. Get the whipped cream off your face and come on in. I'll be right back.
Where you going?
To the refrigerator real quick.
All right, I'll be right here when you get back.
I hope so.
Well, yeah. Now with the everyone has probably heard that the price has gone up on the DJI Smart Controller. It's gone up $100. Well, third-party software is supposed to be coming to the DJI Smart Controller. Right now, they claim that Lychee has been testing and working on some stuff, and they're going to be one of the third-party apps found that you can download that Smart Controller.
He's a big teddy bear.
Elliot, are you coming in?
You promise to love her, to honor her, and to cherish her.
I guess not. I'm not saying anything in the chat.
I know, I forgot to mute, so you're hearing all this background noise, right?
Yeah, that's all right.
I did forget to mute. I have to get into the habit of doing that when I leave.
Well,
anyway,
like I was saying when you weren't here, I don't know if you heard me or not, but
no, because I got the headphones in.
Also with the with DJI with that new, the smart controller, we all heard that the price went up $100 since this, shoving match with China and the United States. And
Well, you want to know what? You want to know what? Honestly, all of this will be resolved in a year or so.
yeah, I know, and the price will not go down.
Yeah, well, yeah, I feel you. I feel you.
You give back, but they never give back.
Of course not.
Hey, what's up?
Hey, man. Hey, everybody.
Hey, you got the whipped cream off your forehead. How are you?
Okay, you could call it that.
What's going on, bro?
Nothing much. How you guys doing? Thank you for the invite, by the
No,
way.
I was asking you to get the whipped cream off your forehead because I didn't know if your girl had you tied up or something. I don't know what be happening over there on that side of the world. You know, you are quite adventurous and spontaneous.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
What, you getting your soundboard ready?
No, actually, I did turn on the computer though, and I was been editing some photos lately.
Yeah, that picture of the Empire State Building was really
Yes.
good. Where were you?
Was at Top of the Rock, which was Rockefeller Center,
Oh,
and up on the 70th floor.
impressive. Were you on the ledge or was it through glass?
That was outdoors. That was outdoors.
I was gonna say that I couldn't pick up no kind of like lens reflection. I know they have filters for that to shoot through glass and stuff. That's why I was asking.
Polarizer you could use for that.
Right, that's why I was asking because it was real clean and crisp.
Well, that's a Nikon for you. Eddie hates me saying that. Eddie Nunez says that because he's a Canon guy, and it kills him when I keep on saying that.
Oh, well, yeah, it is like Mercedes and BMW.
The world knows when it comes to those two cameras for stills, you cannot beat the Nikon.
You know something? They're both good in the different respects. They both hold their own.
You know what? I'm like this, and I'm a firm believer of this because when I had my 3DR Solo and everybody had DJI, and you know, you make what you have work.
Exactly. Yep.
Plain and simple. Yeah. When I had my Phantom 4 Standard and everyone was pushing their professionals and their advances and their Mavic, you know, I made what I had work. Now I have a Phantom 4 Professional. I'm making what I have work. That's what it's all about. I mean, It's from how you get from point A to point B. Everything in between is irrelevant.
You know what's funny though? I went from that Phantom 4 Pro and I went down to the Inspire 1. Now with the Inspire 1, that's basically a Phantom 4.
Let me can I just quote you on what you just said? I had the Phantom 4 and I went down.
No, I had a Phantom 4 Pro.
Right.
And I went down to an Inspire 1.
Oh, you Inspire 1 owners out there, step your game up. Go ahead. I'm just goofy tonight.
No, it's and that was a step down, and it really was a freaking speed bump going into that. And you try to do things with it, and you just can't. And now when I pick up my pictures that I have from my Phantom 4, and I try to do what I was doing on Lightroom,
right,
with them. And I'm looking at my photos from Nikon and from my Nikon, and I'm like, I just like the DJI photos are like, forget it. Yeah, 1-inch sensor, forget about it. It can't compare to a full sensor, a full frame.
Okay. Well, do you know anything about this manifold too?
Well, the one thing that you guys were talking about.
Yeah.
What you were talking about now, of course, the transponders, where you're going to be able to see planes and helicopters are going to be able to see you.
Well, Herman corrected me on that. I misunderstood the purpose of it, and he was saying that you will be able to see airplanes and helicopters. Right now, we can only see airplanes on
Well,
the
right
Maverick.
now you can only see them when they passing by.
Right, or you can see them physically. But I did find out that the Manifold 2 is a developer platform for people who want to build drones. So it may not be just DJI proprietary.
So that's going to be open source for
Yes, it's going to
everybody
be
to
the
start.
Manifold 2, right, to start building their own drones.
Okay.
Right. But now
So-
here's the problem that I see with this, and call me, crazy, but I see this as a possible thing for terrorism even.
Yes,
I mean,
I agree, because then someone can get the manifold and buy custom parts and take this manifold and do some
strap an
damage with it.
explosive to it. Hey, CIA, I'm not doing it. I'm just saying that this is they
Well,
thinking.
Well, to divert.
And fly a helicopter, fly right towards a helicopter or a slow
Well,
seaplane
check
or
this
something
out,
like that.
Well, honestly, you
Go
have
ahead, Herman.
you have cell phone apps that already tell you what plane that is and
That's true. That's true.
where he's headed to
And
and
his altitude and or where he's coming
altitude
from.
and what airport he was headed from and to.
Right, but right now you have something that is going to tell you exactly what heading it is towards you, how close you are to it,
Right.
and how fast it's coming towards you. In other words, you could compute something to go and bring this drone right to it.
Well,
I
here's
understand exactly
something.
what you're saying. This goes back to what I was telling Lawrence before. It's just like the cameras at the hospital. There's no one watching them. There's somebody recording this stuff. So that way, if an incident takes place, we can go back and we can
Watch it. Yeah.
Yeah.
who it was that did it.
Well,
No, I think there was a couple of years ago even when that woman that came into the emergency room and she died in the emergency room and they showed it.
yeah, she fell on the floor on her face, and security guards and staff walked past her while she was on her face, and she was dead.
Right.
I remember
Same
that.
hospital,
But
Which
Elliot,
hospital was that?
Killer County.
Killer County, Kings County, huh? But anyway, Elliot, what you were talking about with the bombs things, and Herman, we were right when we were talking about when you're talking about putting a bomb on a drone in Yemen.
Yemen.
Right now, they're trying to overthrow the government in Yemen, and I happen to know a gentleman here who's from there, so he listens to the Yemen news, and it was reported that someone took a fixed wing, sort of like the one Elliot flies, a fixed wing, attached bombs to it, and tried to take out the leader of Yemen, but missed and took out 10 people in the crowd.
Well, they also a matrice took off once and tried to take out somebody in Venezuela.
Well, that I believe was staged.
That to me still
That
looks
was
fake.
staged because, and hold on. Let me prove to you why it was staged. Because you have owned a Phantom 4 professional, right? You've owned a Mavic before. No, only professionals. You've owned Phantom 4. Now you know how that sounds, right? You know the sound of the Phantom 4 professional, correct?
Right.
You could hear it from 50 feet up. You could hear it from maybe 75 to 100, depending on the day, correct?
I think the one in Venezuela was a matrice, it
Now,
looked like.
this is the point. This is the point I'm getting at. Now, if you can hear a Phantom 4 at 150 feet, you can hear a matrice from half a block away. And
Not
I've
when-
seen them.
Not when you have 500 people or 1,000 people crowding around you and you're giving a speech.
Elliot, the thing is the size,
I can believe all of that, Elliot, but my thing is,
it's the size of a small refrigerator. How could you not see that coming towards you in the sky?
well, it's up high, and my thing is this. I don't think it was well thought out if it was, because
Yeah, the guy couldn't fly it. That's obvious.
they were so far away that they didn't have any problem. Once it exploded, it didn't bother anyone.
Okay, but this guy has officials protecting him, right? Now, you mean to tell me out of all his staff, nobody saw this hexcopter with my arm length, and I have a 3-foot reach, moving towards them very slowly and very loudly. Have you ever heard a matrice, Elliot?
Yeah.
It sounds like a small plane.
No, I know that.
You know, so that's why even with the crowd, someone in the crowd, I was explaining to Herman, he was saying how he was flying somewhere, and the kids could see his drone, and they're like, "Oh, there it is, there it is." Well, children can hear those sounds better than we can. There had to be someone in the crowd that would have looked up and said, "Hey, what the hell is that?" And if they were trying to kill this guy, why were you hovering and then you detonated? It was staged, man.
Right.
It had to be.
I don't think so. I don't think so because
I don't
you have
that shit right on them.
You have a PA system with the guy speaking, and you
Eddie
know how
Nunez.
loud those things
I
get.
believe you.
Eddie Nunez, send me your email.
Listen. I'll go along with all of that, but why not fly it into his ass?
Exactly.
I
Because
don't
if
know.
he had enough skill to fly it there,
far enough away that when it exploded, it didn't even hurt anybody.
right, it made a large concussion sound.
He didn't take out a garbage can.
And then hold on. If you look at the footage, Elliot, when you look at the footage, you see
Right.
his people. I got it, Eddie. You see his people look up at the sky and almost duck before the thing went off.
You know what I did
it was
like?
staged.
Did you see the bat shield that they had though? I like that.
Yeah, that's so fat. It's like
They had the bat shield up, poof, all around him. I'm like, oh, he got protection from Batman, and you worrying about a couple of matrices? Oh,
Eddie, give me a second. I'll send it now from third floor 354. Eddie, I'm gonna send it to you.
who?
Eddie Nunez. I'm gonna send him an invite.
Okay.
Get him in here.
Here comes the Canon Nikon battle.
Look
Hey,
out.
this is a drone show.
Well, yeah, Lawrence. The like I was
Let me
saying.
get my lights on. Give me 1 second. Be right back.
Okay.
Hey Google,
Okay.
turn on the lights.
DJI is giving up some information so we can now get some third-party software onto that smart controller.
Okay.
So now it's going to make you $100 more worth the while.
It better be, because I'm gonna tell you something right now. They're talking about making that controller so that everybody, well, you can use multiple drones from it.
Well, here's the problem with it that I've seen so far. Not only, I mean, it's a plus and it's also weird because you can use it now with almost anything that is using that OcuSync 2.0.
Right. Which
So
I think is kind of
now talking about the next thing to fit is
kind of one-sided.
Huh?
I think it's one-sided. Eddie says he's at work. You got to be like those guys and be home at 4.
Okay.
Oh, see, you don't have those banker's hours no more, huh? You know why? Because you got to work. We work too. I rushed. If you watched the show over, I was walking home live like this. Okay, so trust me, I know what you're talking about.
Were you?
Well, somewhat. Somewhat.
And I'm on vacation this week, so this is my vacation week.
You on
Okay.
vacation this week and we didn't go to Philly?
Nope. I have no bus.
Where's the bus?
The bus broke down.
What's wrong with it?
Electrical.
Uh-oh. Never mind.
Yeah.
A nightmare.
You said what's wrong with it? He was driving it. What do you expect?
No, he said it's electrical. Electrical stuff in Mercedes is a nightmare.
Yeah.
That thing can make you cry in some of those expensive vehicles. Electrical problems?
That's what we were trying to figure out.
Yeah. Like,
Hey, Elliot kept the AC on blast. That's why. And he said,
Both
You know
units. Both units are up.
I would tend to believe that. I mean, I would really tend to believe that because Elliot, he's a leisurely
can't be
person.
that high.
He's a person of leisure.
So
I'm a
yeah, like
man
I
of
was saying, Lon, Lychee's already testing the app with the smart controller.
Lucci is, well, you know what? I hope it works out. I'm just not a third party app user. I'm having a hard enough time keeping up with their firmware and not keeping up with their firmware. You know what I'm saying?
I've had the app. I've tried to mess around with it. I've never got to really using it. I know a couple of people use it, and it looks pretty good. And it looks like actually it seemed like it was more easy to fly with than the DJI app.
Okay, now here's a scenario. All right,
I've used the Litchi before. It was a nice app. It was really nice.
You did use it.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Now, what scares me though with that is there's no warranty. In fact, they even say if you have a flyaway, you're SOL.
Yeah.
And
can I ask you a question?
Sure.
Were you ever using Litchi when you lost any of your drones?
No.
Okay. All right.
Well, you gotta remember, Cool Vic uses it all the time.
Check this out. Eddie Nunez says, hey, what's up? Hey, what's up, Ray? Eddie Nunez contacted No Limits drones to crack his Mavic Pro 2, and they can't remove the height restriction. Let me tell you something. That No Limit drones is going to be the downfall of everyone who uses it. Stay away from it, and remember you heard it from me first. I'm telling you, do not. Hey, hold on. Ray wants an invite. Ray, I got you. Put your email.
Yeah, send Ray the invite.
Put your email.
That's a man.
Let me check. Wait, hold on, compose. I got him in my phone book, so if I put Ray, no, I don't have his email anyway.
But you sent him the invite before from
That was how long ago? RAY.
Ray,
I got him. Yeah, I do. You're right about that. I did save it. See, that's why they have you here, Herman.
Here we go.
That's why we have you here. Give me a second.
But yeah, there's also the infamous hack that's out there right now.
What hack?
There's a hack out there for the Mavic.
What is No Limit Drones? Can someone explain what No Limit Drones is?
I'm waiting.
All right. Now, from what I know about No Limit Drones, it's an app it's an app that you use, that you pay for, and you're supposed to be able to unlock the no-fly zones and the flight restrictions on the DJI drone.
So it's not a drone company started by Master Peter.
It's a third-party app that modifies your firmware, right, to break the no-fly zones and the flight restrictions. Mon,
Oh, big.
Hey,
what's good, Mon?
What's up, man?
You're muted for some reason. Unmute. Yeah, you got to hold that down, dude. You got to keep that.
Yeah, you got to keep that down.
Or else, Herman's channel, you're muted. You got to unmute yourself.
You got to unmute yourself.
You can't hear words you're saying, Mon. There's a microphone over your picture. Click on your picture.
You're muted. I turned it off. Muting in and out. That's why I did that.
Can't hear words you're saying, Mon.
What?
Okay.
You got to mute.
You got to mute the live stream. Where the chat room is, you gotta mute the chat room.
What?
You gotta mute on YouTube itself. Mute the live
speaker in the lower left hand corner. Because you'll have a double. You have a double voice, actually. On the YouTube video where the chat room is, in the lower left-hand corner, mute the speaker. Where the pause button and play button is, all of that. Hold on. We're experiencing technical difficulties.
Somebody got to turn their mic down.
It's you.
It's you. All right, the echo's going.
Because he muted himself again.
He muted himself again.
But you have to mute the YouTube live stream.
All right, I got it now. Y'all guys are just talking too much. That's all. Everybody's cutting each other off.
Okay. We can still hear the delay, Ray. Where the chat room is, Ray, you have to mute that. The chat room. We'll get it. We are experiencing technical difficulties. Please stand by. It's playing an infinite loop. We'll get it. We are experiencing technical difficulties. I'm just hearing what I'm saying now.
Mike Rose Studios, hey, what's up, Mike Rose?
All right, say something, Ray.
What's up, Mike Rose?
Yo.
Ray, you have to mute the chat room. All right, say something, Ray.
Yo.
You see, you have to tell him you have to put a headset on because he's listening through this computer.
You have a headset? Do you have a headset?
Yo.
Ray, do you have a headset?
Headset on because he's listening through this computer.
You have a headset? Do you have a headset?
No, I ain't doing that.
That's the only way it's going to get rid of the echo. You have a headset? Do you have... Okay, he muted. But
Yeah, he just muted Hangouts.
He muted Hangouts. Okay, now that you have Hangouts muted, right? What you need to do is go to the chat room to type in the chat room, and that window that comes up on the lower left-hand corner of that window is a speaker. Just mute that speaker and then unmute yourself in Hangouts. Hey, what's up, guys? What's up, Mike Roche and everybody? After you mute the speaker in the chat room, then you can unmute Hangouts.
Eddie, you still with us?
Yeah, Eddie Nunez, you still here?
Hey, guys, don't forget to hit that like button.
Yeah, please do. Please do.
Support each other.
All right, say something, Ray. I see he unmuted himself.
All right, Eddie's still here.
Yeah, Eddie's still here, but he's at work. That's why he couldn't join in.
Okay.
But as we were saying, the invite need to be accomplished with a tutorial. Still here, but he's at work. That's why he couldn't. I'll start doing that.
Okay.
But as we were saying, the invite need to be accomplished with a tutorial. Still here, but he's at work. That's why he couldn't start doing that. As we were saying, okay. Ray, mute the chat. No.
He's got to mute the YouTube, not the Hangouts feed. YouTube. Go to the YouTube that he opened up to get the show and mute that.
Right. And
let him turn off his speakers entirely.
Well, no, then that would.
Or is he using two sources, the phone and
But if he's using a microphone, it's what it's doing. It's backfeeding.
He's using
just
a
put
phone.
on a headset.
That's why.
So am I. I got a headset.
Yeah. But you still had to mute the YouTube window, though.
I shut down the YouTube because I have Google Hangouts opening up.
Oh, okay. So you're just talking on Hangouts. You don't have. You can shut. You had to mute the YouTube window, though. Yeah, Ray.
I shut down the YouTube because I have Google Hangouts opening up.
Hold on a second, Ray. You can shut down YouTube. You're in Hangouts. Close out YouTube completely. You're already connected. That'll resolve the issue. You can shut down YouTube. You're in Hangouts. Close out YouTube completely. You're already connected. Yeah.
Her, what a chat room. What a chat is that? Because they motherfuckers just killing me with all this.
There goes our PG rating.
The conversation can be heard. You on your phone for the whole thing. You don't have.
I'm on my laptop.
Okay. We opened up YouTube to get to the show, right?
Yeah.
Go to the show on YouTube and mute it. Okay.
All right. So where's that at?
On the lower line of the screen, where you see you come down on the left side, and now when you turn the volume up and off.
Hey, Lawrence.
Yeah.
Go to my Facebook page.
It should be just above the title of the show.
Okay.
Lawrence. Yeah. Go to my Facebook page.
What you talking about, Hank?
Go to the screen.
Right.
Mouse on the lower left hand
Oh, nice.
screen. Above the title of the show, the thing where it has the mute, a little icon.
Okay, here we go. Here we go, Elliot.
What?
Here we go, Elliot. Right there. You got it, Ray. Hold
Yeah,
on.
Elliot, and I don't need no headset either, Elliot. All right.
Okay, then done.
I got an Apple, Elliot. I got an Apple. I don't need no headset.
All right, stop sharing. Let's do this now.
Okay. Now, what were you saying now, Lawrence?
All right, I lost my train of thought. What were we talking about?
Well, we were talking about the third-party software being
okay.
open now to the DJI Smart Controller, and how now that Lychee's testing their app on the Smart Controller to get it down, to make sure that the software that app is rock solid. So, but like I said, I never flown with it. I knew that Cool Big did, and I'm like, yo. You were saying that you're not a third party guy, and I said, he's one of the guys I know that used it. So,
Oh yeah.
I've seen it seemed like it's a little bit more informative than the DJI app.
Much more informative, man. Much more.
Well, you used it.
I use it every day.
How did you use it? Did you do waypoints? Did you just use
I do waypoints. I do point of interest. It's so much easier than DJI. DJI, you got to do too much to do waypoints.
Okay, but is it worth it? Do you think it's worth it?
$20.
Yeah, you pay for it. It's $25. And then DJI, they support it. I crashed my Maverick. I crashed my Phantom, and DJI replaced it. And I was using Lychee, and they knew I was using Lychee.
Okay.
Okay, because it was rumored.
Don't listen to the rumor, man. Don't listen to the rumors.
Well, yeah, it was rumored at one time that if you used any third-party app, they would not cover you. But you just said that that's a lot of gold.
Well, see, that's the thing about the SDK. They have to give up information for these apps to be made. So if you're not giving them this information for them to make these apps, they can't make these apps.
I didn't think about it that way because DJI is proprietary. And anything with a DJI logo on it is just only made and used by DJI. So that would make sense. How did they
but it has to be open sourced. If they're giving it to Google to put up on the Google Play Store, then it becomes open.
Okay. Al Diaz says he's got Lychee on his smart controller. What are you flying? What are you flying, Lychee? I mean, I'm not familiar with it, so I don't know how it works or whatever.
Well, he's
Al Diaz. Well, he said he got it on his smart controller, but I mean, is he flying a Phantom? Is he flying a Mavic 2 Pro? What is he flying and using it? And what do you use Lychee for?
It only works with Mavics right now.
No, it worked with Phantoms.
Nah, unless they did an update with it.
Well, they were talking about it. I'm not sure, and
it don't work with a Phantom. I tried it. It don't work.
I've heard that they were working at that.
Yeah, it don't work.
Not the regular Phantom 4, but the
V2
version 2.
Okay.
Anything that's got OcuSync 2.0.
Al Diaz,
right,
Al Diaz says it's on Amazon. You can get it on Amazon. Okay. Well,
on the Amazon Play Store.
I am not messing with it. Period. And y'all can mess around with that stuff. I have a hard enough time flying the shit I got already, worrying about it coming back.
Well, that's when I hear that they don't warranty it or that there's a problem for a flyaway, then I was like, forget it. I ain't doing it.
Okay, Al Diaz uses it for jobs because he's the 107 licensed pilot. Now, see that I could see. Now, does Ray does it have a mapping program?
Yeah, mapping has everything on it, man.
Lychee, you can map with Lychee?
From what I understand, their whole setup for take waypoints, for instance. at one point, if you didn't have that ground station app with DJI, you had to fly your waypoint mission before the drone would go on that mission.
Right.
With Leachy, you don't have to do that. You can set it up on the map, and it'll fly that waypoint mission.
On the map. Yeah, okay. I see what you're saying. All right.
And I plot all my courses through the computer. I go on my computer and I plot my map and all my stuff, and then I just go outside. I press play and it's upload the mission.
Now cut it out, love my drones. No, do not sound like I'm thinking about the dark side. I'm not effing with Leachy. Now, if someone wants to donate a drone with Leachy on it for me to try,
No, it's in your you download
It's on your phone.
no, that's all right.
Your device like an app, and then you go and you use that instead, just like when you bring up like Kitty Hawk and all that other stuff. It's the same thing.
Okay. Well, until I see Leachy in action, maybe Ray.
You've seen it in action. You've seen Ray use it.
Are you serious?
Yes.
I never knew he was using Leachy when
You
he was
ever heard
playing
his tablet talking to him?
Yeah.
That's Leachy.
Oh, get out of here.
That's
All
why
right.
it's
Okay.
more informative than DJI's app because it's constantly talking to you.
And if a lot of guys use Leachy, their drones won't go in the water.
Thanks a lot, man.
And I'm giving it 100 though, because some guys they like visual learners, and they need to hear and see shit. People don't look at stuff on screen, People looking for that shot, not paying the screen no mind.
Oh, that's what happened.
So Leachy, you're going down. You're going down.
So Leachy lets you know you just almost hit a bird.
You're going down.
And they tell you obstacle avoidance detected. They tell you all of that, bro.
So you mean all this time you was using Leachy, dude? Because
Yeah.
I would hear your controller and I'm like, yo, what is he doing that I don't? Now I know. Okay.
So wait a second, Ray. When you flew into that lady, were you using Leachy?
Of course.
Oh, okay. I'm just wondering.
And
Mission
you know that
on-
I was using Leachy because I told them what I was using. The lady said no problem. They still sent me a new drone.
Impressive.
And remember, I crashed into the lady because of lost signal. It wasn't nothing to do with Leachy, nothing to do with the program.
That's true. You did say you had got your drone back, and you did not check in your pre-flight. You did not check the return home altitude because
I just got it back.
right. And it was at 30 meters, which is 100 feet, and the Statue of Liberty is taller than 100 feet.
We're not talking about the Statue of Liberty. We're talking about some lady that he
Okay,
almost
some
hit.
lady.
But check this
Right.
out.
We're not talking about a Statue of Liberty. That was somebody else.
Where DJI was at fault at because the optical avoidance light was so bright, they should have picked that up on that statue.
Hey, above and beyond.
We keep on misconstruing. We're talking about two different things. We're talking about a lady and we're talking about statue. Statue was something else. I'm just talking about the lady.
The lady.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hint, wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Keep it straight, guys.
Yeah, you're talking
This
about
stays
the-
permanent, if
But-
we say.
But Elliot, we've shown that video on our stream.
Oh, you did?
Lady, yeah.
Like I was saying,
Ah.
Lawrence, you see now that they have that new hack for the Mavic. So now, instead of you can give up one of the I guess the flight controls to opt for the ADI mode. So now you can switch it into ADI mode.
You lost me there.
They have a hack for the Mavic. The Mavic does not have ADI mode
Oh, that's
like
right.
the Phantom does.
Really? That it does not have ADI mode?
No.
It's a self-correcting drone. It's always constantly keeping itself. It doesn't have ADI mode.
Yeah, no. I don't know about the Mavic 2 because I don't know.
No, it doesn't have a switch for ADI mode, but it will go in ADI mode.
Okay, that's the Mavic 2, but the
No, that's
Mavic,
the Mavic 1.
the
and
Mavic
Mavic
Pro.
2.
What happens when the Mavic Pro loses satellite is because there is no ADI mode. If your engines aren't perfectly tuned, whatever engine is slower than the others, it will go in that direction. In other words, we've been flying with guys. You remember Jose had actually went up in the air, and he's like, "Yo, what's wrong with my drone?" Because it went into, it lost GPS. Because there's nothing to search for, the drone wants to go where it wants, and it follows the wind. If there's a strong wind, the same thing happened to Jameson. Remember, his lost GPS in Philadelphia, and DJ Mike Dolo
Wow.
couldn't climb the fence and everything that night. But there is no out. I just got out of work, Val. I did send you a link. Oh, you're heading to the other job. Don't work too hard.
All right, I'll talk to you later.
But the Mavic, if they put an ADI mode on the Mavic, the Mavic Pro, well, they're not going to do it on the Mavic Pro. That's a software, a firmware thing.
You can do it on the Mavic Pro because it's a hack. If you go to Drone U, they will show you exactly how to do it.
That's okay. I won't be trying.
I remember with the Mavic 2 Pro, you could go into tripod mode and you can go into sport mode.
Right. You can give up one of those modes in your by putting it on the computer, and it will give you the true ADI mode, the same way you can switch into it with the Phantom and still have your home point and everything. Will not have to worry about all of that. It'll just be in ADI mode. You'll be flying in the wind.
Wow. Because I remember one time flying my Phantom 4, it lost signal. I was up about 380, almost 400 feet, and all of a sudden it just lost signal. And it just started drifting away. And I'm like, what the F is going on here?
That's ADI mode. That's ADI mode.
No. I was in regular mode. I was in
regular P mode.
position right. I had to switch into ADI mode and fly it back to me manually. Just all of a sudden. And thank goodness I had that.
Elliot, you may not know this, but when a Phantom or any Phantom series loses GPS, the next mode it goes into, whether you switch it or not, is ADI mode.
Yeah, but the problem with that is that it's a loss of signal. So you can have a loss of home point. You can have a loss of anything.
True, that's true.
Putting it into ADI mode is only in true ADI mode.
It lost total signal.
I was just saying, because that's how you have flyaways. You have flyaways when you're in GPS mode.
Yeah.
In P mode, not in ADI mode.
Well, no limit drones will allow you to go into ADI mode. He's saying no limit drones. I figured that it would. They were talking about. I did hear someone mention something about that. But Ray, when you use Litchi, okay, I need to see your screen the next time you fly because I want to know how detailed it is with information.
Check it out. And with Litchi, you don't have all that crap on the screen like DJI screen. You have a clean screen.
Well, check this out. John Cooper in the chat room says everybody, and I agree with him, everyone should know how to fly in ADI mode, especially with winds. Also, why you need to keep the drone in visual sight if you can land safely with no GPS or video. I agree with that, but I'm going to tell you, John Cooper, I've lost control of drones before, and they've always been in line of sight. Or what Herman and I were flying the other day, and my drone, because of where we were and the rebarb in the ground, my drone would not get a satellite. It would get a satellite lock and then take off and compass error.
Right, that's because you took off.
Okay, now it was maybe 50 feet away from me, but because I can fly in ADI mode / manual mode, that doesn't bother me. But for the average person that learned how to fly a drone using GPS, this is why I teach people, when I teach people how to fly a drone, I teach them how to fly a non-GPS drone. So when they do get on the GPS drone, the first thing they say is, why the hell you didn't show me how to fly on that?
Well, my first experience of it flying for any length of time in ADI mode, we were at Five Islands. I mean, I've had signal loss. I've flown a drone and I've experienced it with the P3. But
you did not lose. You did not lose signal, and you didn't lose signal, which meant you could turn around and fly back manually in ADI mode.
Right. My what do you call it? GPS module broke. And I didn't know it was broken.
Right. I remember you.
I also didn't know the drone was in Addy mode until I hit the sticks, and it started to drift. And I was like, "Oh, wait a minute!" I looked down at my screen, and it says in Addy mode. But at that time, I'm clean over this guy's house.
Right. That was at Five Islands. I remember that because you could still see the drone, and you could see Herman, and he says, "Yo, I don't have GPS. I'm in Addy mode." And he starts coming home. Now he did not lose signal, which was good, but because he still had FPV, he was able to come home. Now what was funny was he was supposed to come home and land right here. And I see him go shooting by me, and he's like, yo, my joint is in Addy mode. Because he went to stop here and it kept moving.
That's happened to me. Yeah.
So now I come back against it and started coming down, and come back against the wind again and come back down even a little lower. So I mean, it's just a lot of things. I've heard guys say that you should put it in Addy mode
when you fly.
Learn how to get the feel of that wind.
I agree with that. And in fact, living out here in Far you learn how to fly sideways into the wind. You know, there's always wind out here. Now, I've done it in GPS, and you've seen me over buildings. I'll click into Addy mode and record it, and it's so cinematographic because you're actually drifting with the wind as you do it. I did it with you guys, Ray, that night we were in Fort Greene Park, one of the skyscrapers. In order to get a panning view, because I knew what direction the wind was going, I just click it in Addy mode, and then when I want to stop shooting the scene, I put it back in GPS, and she stops right there on the dime.
Yeah,
so
that's
the fly in Addy mode. If to be honest, you're not a real drone pilot if you can't fly in Addy mode. and I'm going to be honest about it. There are a lot of people out there, and I teach people how to fly drones. All right, and there are a lot of people out there that go out and they buy the Mavic Pro. They buy these GPS drones, and you know why they have flyaways? Because they don't know how to fly in Addy mode. Plain and simple.
Well, I hear you. It's just that sometimes when we up there going between buildings and stuff like that.
Who? Who?
Them guys.
Oh, okay. I
don't think they should fly that. I don't think those guys should be flying those things in Addy mode because, you know, a nice gust of wind and you end up in someone's window.
Right, above and beyond, and LDSA, you get smoother shots. And Herman and I were talking about that as well. We plan on going to Atlantic City on June 27th. Those guys will be in Atlantic City. We're going to try and go live. We need to figure out how to go live and set up hangouts or however we're going to do it. But we're going to go live from Atlantic City. And one of the things I want to do in the future on either this stream Wednesday night with those guys or Sunday night with those guys is show people how to fly in Addy mode.
You're going to show people how to fly in Addy mode?
Yeah, because if we go live from the drone, you can show the difference from drifting, from manually moving left to right, and then switching in Addy mode. And you tell me which one you think is
cool. The Tello up, and we could, you know, fly indoors with the Tello.
Fly indoors. I'm bringing a tiny whoop with me to Atlantic City, so if it rains, at least I'll be able to fly a hotel somewhere or something. I'm flying something, damn it.
But yeah, you know, what I was listening.
Are you going, Ray? Are you going to that convention?
Nah.
It's on the 27th, which is Thursday, and it goes all the way till that Sunday. Herman and I will be there from Thursday to about midday Saturday. But Eddie Nunez, if you're still in here, I don't know what hotel you'll be in, but it would be real cool if we had a little mini meetup in Atlantic City, because we're gonna go to the convention and we're gonna vlog and all of that stuff. But to be honest, I want to fly Atlantic City.
Eddie, you gonna be there? How many rooms you got?
Eddie Nunez, if you're listening or you're still in the chat room, if you're gonna be here, you're really at work, huh? He's like, check it out. He's like this. I'm
paying the bills.
I heard they're having a flyaway meetup soon. Is that true?
A flyaway meetup?
Yeah, I heard they're having a 3DR solo meetup.
Yeah, Eddie did post in the chat in 5 Borough. I never set up a meetup, but we're having a 3DR meetup. Oh, he just left work. So if you just left work, you can get on Skype. Now check this out.
No, you get on Google Hangouts.
If you no, I meant Hangouts. If you do, leave the chat room and click that link I sent you. 3DR Solo won't fly away. You know what?
It
I
won't
never
fly
had
away.
to fly away with my Solo, but I did watch that bitch drop into the water from Calvert
Who
Park.
said it won't fly away?
Anyway,
Hamina.
Why won't it fly away?
I don't know. Get him in here.
If somebody come outside with a 3DR solo with all those phantoms around, the phantom's gonna take the signal. That 3DR solo is flying away.
But you want to know what? It might do good because with all those phantoms there on those other frequencies, there's nothing to interfere with the Solo until somebody pulls out a tello or something.
Stupid. But yeah, did you hear
Pull out a tello.
this
Let me stop.
drone
A tello.
advisory committee, Lawrence?
What happened?
Did you hear about this thing with the drone advisory committee?
I've heard a lot. Taking the wonderful limo, MTA. Will not. Yo, Eddie, what hotel are you going to be in at that drone convention? We're trying to find out, man. We're going to be at the Tropicana.
You know what, Lawrence?
He's going to be at Borgata. That's
You
where
just
he
leaking
stays.
out all that information, Lawrence.
All right. Never mind, Eddie. We're not going.
You tell
1700 brand new. 1700 brand new.
1700. You hear that? 1700 Phantom 4 Professional.
Brand new.
With, plus. That's the plus, isn't it, Ray?
Exactly.
Yeah. Check this out. Phantom 4 Professional Plus. You know, with the little crystal sky on the controller. 1700. You heard it right here. Hit up Cool Bic. Type something in the room, Ray, so they can know who you
Well,
are.
I'm only kidding. I ain't
Yeah. See, I'm trying to help you make 1700. And you bullshit around.
Yeah, I got two of them. I'm gonna keep both of them just in case I lose one.
Ain't nobody selling Phantom 4 Pros unless you got abundance.
That's true. Right now, Phantom 4.
Anybody selling Phantom 4 Pros right now is not a flyer. They're just selling them because they need money.
No, but hold on. Herman 4. Where did you see the Phantom 4 going for 5,000?
Oh, I think that was on
What?
was that an Amazon site? Or, well, not Amazon, but
Wally World. Wally World.
Wally World.
What the hell's Wally World?
Walmart.
Oh.
Walmart.
Oh, Wally World's Walmart.
You see, I should have known that because that's where all of us deplorables hang out, right?
If you need a proper Silex toaster, that's the place.
Yeah, but Ray, next time we get together and fly, I want to see the lychee. I want to see it because everyone's going, and you've been talking about lychee for a minute. All I hear is you were talking about lychee. When I first started coming over there by you was like, yo, hell with that. The hell with
I
lychee.
turned everybody in the group on to lychee, even Xavier. I turned them on to it.
As I had it and I heard about it, I just never used it.
And I paid for mine. Everybody used the free one.
I paid for mine also back in the day.
Okay, right, Elliot. You told me that.
Yeah,
All right.
when I had the P3.
You know what?
That's when I had my
No.
P3A. Yep.
Now lychee works on the Mavic Pro, right?
Sweet.
If I did put it on something, it would be the Mavic Pro. Nothing's going on my Phantom.
I feel you.
No. It's the Phantoms. That's the money maker, booty shaker. Nothing going with that.
we never got a break from for our sponsor.
Okay, well you know how to do it, Ray, right?
Huh?
You know how to do the sponsor thing, right? You was on.
Yeah, this Wednesday night with those guys was sponsored by
Those guys.
There you go.
What's your bar, right, Al?
Yeah.
There you go.
But But yeah, Lawrence, I was telling you about the Drone Advisory Committee. It has been assembled to be one of the biggest gangster takeovers in the history of gangster takeovers.
Well, go into detail because
Well, the
we were
Drone
talking about
Advisory
it.
Committee, which is supposedly this committee of people who work along, I guess, with the FAA and to come up with all these newfangled shit that we have to go through. And it has 12 new members, and it's a 35 member committee. But there is not a single solitary drone pilot on it. It's all big industry people and people from that create, I guess, insurance companies and from was that Wing, I believe, Aviation. Who go figure, because they got
Sounds like the Mueller Commission.
Yeah,
right. They got the first. They were the
exactly.
first ones to get approved from the FAA to fly drones for courier service in the United States. You know, you got people from Garmin, and does Garmin make any drone parts? I don't know.
No, all they do
But
is
Garmin is, you got people representing Garmin there. You got people representing other airline
you know what that
aircraft
so
manufacturers.
you know what that means, right? I'm gonna tell you everything that
Right.
you said. What it means is the
It's
price
a
of
gangster
drones is
takeover.
going up, the price of the insurance for drones is going up, and you won't be able to fly no damn where.
Well, this is what I'm trying to tell you. These are people who are in the commercial industry who want that airspace. People who are big in other things other than small business guy who actually has drone service. You know, that does deliver a service. You know, somebody who might be doing mapping, somebody who might be whatever, a photographer or whatever. There's no one represented in that from any of the.
Well, that was the same thing. That was the same thing with the meeting that the FAA had earlier this year, where no one from the AMA was there. No one.
No, that's not true. They had representatives from the AMA there. They just
But they weren't on the panel. If they weren't on the panel, they weren't there.
They weren't allowed to speak at that.
Then they weren't there. Plain and simple. I mean, if you invite the AMA and certain drone groups to an FAA meeting and you don't put them on a panel when it's about drones, they're not there.
Well, you got to remember, like I said to you, this panel is made up of 35 people, and none of them are drone pilots. None of them are in the drone field per se on a day-to-day basis.
Above and Beyond says the DAC has been around for a while, still trying to manipulate the industry. The industry has been manipulated. They're affecting where you fly, when you fly, and they're pretty much telling you when we launch these commercial drones flying from cities all over your cities, you better stay out of our way or you're getting arrested if you're not a 107 licensed pilot.
Well, they've also talked about Lance, and Lance, you can't, as a hobbyist, can no longer fly and control airspace unless you're using Lance, but it's not available yet.
Yeah. Hey, Elliot, when are you getting
Yes.
again?
Don't know yet.
Hey,
I'm waiting to see what happens with the next Phantom.
No, that's not going to happen for a while. There's not going to be no Phantom, but you know why? Because Herman mentioned this to me. There's not going to be a Phantom. You know why? Because they want it to die down. They want everyone to get on this Mavic kick, and then, like LL Cool J says, Mama's going to knock you out. They're going to come out with a Phantom 5.
Well, don't call it a comeback. But what I'm saying to you,
Right, when everyone forgets about it.
What I'm saying to you is this. Excuse me. They've been talking about Phantom 5 for like the last year and a half now. And everybody's been saying, like, well, why would you bring out a Phantom 5 if there's nothing that's interfering with the Phantom 4 Pro?
Exactly.
Now, they really don't have any competition from anybody. And with this release of the X Dynamics drone that evolved,
yeah,
they made sure DJI is not coming out with that Phantom 5.
There's no need.
Well, I'm waiting to see what happens also with Autel with the Evo. Supposedly, there's a 1-inch version of that coming out.
And they're talking about they're
Look,
coming out with rumor is that people believe they're coming out with the new Mavic Pro by early next year. Who knows?
I see that happening. You know why? Because they want to get everyone on this portability.
They really believe that the Spark is coming this summer.
What the hell with the Spark, man?
Hey, the Spark,
On a damn Spark on this stream.
the Spark. I'm telling you, the Spark is the thing to get. It doesn't make any sense that if they're gonna, if you can't fly anywhere, for you to run out and spend $1,500, $1,700, $2,000 on a drone to fly in your local park.
That's true.
Get that Spark.
So if that's the case, I might as well go FPV. The hell with it. If I gotta fly locally, or I need to fly within a block or two radius of where I'm at, or even 3 to 4 block radius of where I'm at, just go FPV.
You know, you keep inviting everybody to go FPV, and you got guys crashing drones that fly 20 miles an hour. I don't understand how you're gonna be mad at his ass FPV.
They gotta put bubble wrap around them, so this way when they go flying,
you don't kill somebody in the park.
Right. Right. Elliot said bubble wrap on him.
You do have a valid point there. They're crashing drones.
Every week, Lawrence tells somebody, go to FPV, go to FPV, go to FPV, go to FPV. These guys are crashing drones that fly 20 miles an hour in a headwind, and you tell them to go FPV. Let them to kill somebody.
Well,
Dogs been taken out in your local park today by a guy flying FPV. He's crashed about 4 Phantom 4 Pros and a Mavic Pro, and he just decided I'm going to go FPV, and he killed.
I understand. You're literally going from 17 to 20 miles per hour to the slowest FPV drone I have does 35 miles per hour. That's faster than the speed limit. Think about that. You have a valid point. Above and Beyond says new land sites announced the other day by the FAA were still not covered by it. You know why? Because Lance, right now they're trying to fix Lance for the commercial pilot, but there's also a part of Lance that Herman mentioned that they have to consider the recreational and hobbyist like us.
Well, that's the only way they're letting you fly and control their space again.
Yeah.
Other than that, get over there to that park, buddy.
But once they do perfect Lance, if you take that drone off the ground and crash, you might as well give them your firstborn.
Well, I tell you this. They had a survey. Your buddies over at Drone U did a survey. 75% of drone pilots in that survey said they're non-compliant with that nonsense about not being able to fly and control their space until Lance is up. They're not flying in a park.
Well,
I believe.
I'm going to say,
how many parks are there that you can't that they claim you can fly in these airfields, and then to fly in those airfields, you have to be an AMA member,
right?
Unless you're gonna fly after park hours.
Well, when was the last time your bougie behind flew in a park?
Me?
Yeah.
Well, I can fly in the park whenever I want to. I got keys.
Oh yeah, that's right. He's an AMA member. He's an AMA member. I forgot about
right.
You know, I found out a lot of guys use that as go back there and ride motorcycles and take a smoke break, and more smoke break than anything.
Guys.
Some of those guys that be out there.
See, that's why I don't go to these parks to fly.
That's why you don't go to those parks?
Mm-hmm.
That's the only reason why you don't go to those parks.
Hey, Ray, would you go to a park where there's a bunch of thugs doing drugs and stuff? No, right?
Right?
No comment.
Elliot, we're experiencing technical difficulties. You might get muted.
I didn't. No. I bit my tongue. I didn't say a word.
I said, Elliot, it's hard to find a park like that in New York.
A decent park to fly in, right? It's so hard to find a park to fly in these days.
I'm just saying at Calvert Vaux Park, you would think that you know, at certain times, you would think you went to, the smoke out. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
That's true. That's true.
I'm just saying. There's been times I've seen it,
Well, I know not of these things.
and then
There's
Harrison up in the back. Shit, you
Well,
need to smoke to keep them bugs away from you.
oh, well, yeah. Good
Yo,
trick
that
for
is
that
the
is just
only
use
place I've
dryer
had
sheet.
to fly. Well, I literally wanted to punch a hole in the can of the off and
Yeah.
bait it because the bugs will eat you alive over there.
Hey, Herman. Hey, Herman and Elliot. You guys want to see
Yes.
something? About 2 months ago, this battery right here said error in battery, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, I was over at Herman's house. We were making sure that we had the same firmware and stuff. And this battery said error. So I took the battery out and I said, all right, I'm going to take it home. This was 2 months ago. I'm going to take it home and let it drain down. Now, to show it's a bad battery, for 2 months, it's only dropped 1 bar.
That's what it's bad.
Yeah, exactly. In 2 months, it's only dropped
So
1
when
bar.
you try to do the start mechanism on the battery, what does it do?
Oh, when you press,
Yeah,
it'll do that. It'll let you know all the cells are all the cells.
all the cells are good.
Yeah, if they were good, it wouldn't be telling me bad battery. No, I did look at it. I did look at it in the drone, and it did tell me that one of the cells was like half an amp lower than the other three. So
do a
it-
deep cell discharge on it.
I can't.
Put it in the drone and turn it on.
Dude, I had it in Elliot and Ray. I had it at his house on. Now his battery drained down to like 2 bars. I had it on. This one stayed full.
Yeah, but it did that after you left.
Right. I came home and put it on for another hour or so.
Bless you.
And
Thank you.
And it still
Need a
did
tissue?
not drain down.
And that's the low capacity battery anyway. That's the gray one.
This is the this was from
Elliot?
the Phantom 4. This was from my Phantom 4 standard. I figured I would keep it as a backup battery, but I haven't. I'm not putting this baby in my bird.
Yo, it's pouring out there now.
Oh well, then it should be coming this way soon. It should be coming this way soon. I would like to catch the thunderstorm and see. People were asking who's flying the thunderstorm, but you were trying to fly. You were
That's
just
those guys on the other side of town.
I was last night. I was trying to I set up my my camera to take shots every couple of seconds,
Right.
and for about 2 hours, I just kept on, that'll take a shot, hopefully to get that lightning shot.
right.
And I kept on just missing them every single time, just missing those shots.
Okay.
Oh well, trial and error. We'll get it next time.
Well, I hope you do, because you take some very good pictures. So to catch lightning and it is very rare. And in fact,
Thank you.
it's just good to just record. As
Well,
opposed
then
to
it's not going to be the crisp and that sharpness that I get.
Oh, listen to your bougie behind. See, because you got a camera and don't fly no more, it's not sharp enough.
No, take a look at that new picture that I just now put up of 432 Park Avenue.
Oh, the tall building?
432 Park Avenue.
Yeah, on Facebook I put that.
Is this here? I'll show you guys in a second. Give me a second. Let me
probably
click here, click this, and this building here.
Yeah,
Elliot calls it the run. I mean, not Elliot. Herman calls it the Ronzoni box building. It looks like a box of spaghetti. But you took that from the top of Rockefeller, right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. And how far is that from Rockefeller Center?
Maybe about 5 or 6 blocks away, 7 blocks away.
Lawrence, man, when I was telling you about the roof of my my dentist's office,
Yeah.
I would love to get up there with the drone.
Yeah.
Yeah, you probably hit all of that because he's right there, 57th Street.
That would be nice, right in the middle of the no-fly zone.
Now, what would happen? I mean, like there is certain Instagram guys that fly the Dronist. I don't know if you guys seen it. I don't know if you want to plug them or not. But how is he able to even take off in that NFZ?
107 licensed pilot.
Either that, or
He's using that no drones limit, no limit drones.
you're not updating your firmwares.
Right.
Okay, so that's still working, I guess.
It's one of the two. Either 107 licensed pilot, or he's using no limit drones, or he's got a firmware from day one.
Could be the one. He's flying a Mavic 2 Pro, so could be.
But I'm hearing people with Mavic 2 Pros having issues flying in certain parts of New York. So I don't know. Like Anthony Charles, he used to fly all up and down the Far Rockaway Peninsula, and so did I. Now the only thing I can fly anywhere till this day, even anywhere,
Yeah,
is my Mavic Pro.
You sure?
Yes, my Phantom. If I'm in a helicopter no-fly zone, it'll give me the warning that I can take off. But if it's in a red no-fly zone, it can't take off. It can't take off, which I don't understand because Herman has the same firmware as me, and he can fly.
So you know what you should do? You should ask that dude to hook you up on how he found it.
Here we go. Here we go.
What about your controller? Is your controller the same firmware?
Now, see, that's what I think may be the issue, and we need to check that
No,
next, because we definitely
you're both using Androids, right?
yes.
Probably a map.
We're both using. You know what? We have to check to see if the controllers have the same firmware. We never thought about that, Herman.
Okay.
We never thought about that.
You should be
Al Diaz, who's
4.3.5 or something.
Lance in the Bay Area, right? Because right now Lance is really configured for the 107 licensed pilot, but eventually Lance will be configured through Kitty Hawk. I think Herman
Well,
mentioned
they're
it.
claiming this summer,
Yeah,
but it's still up in the air because they had claimed June. So we're waiting to see. We're gonna see. And is it going to be just fully operational like it is for 107, or is it going to be limited?
no, they'll say you can fly
Oh,
here.
Eddie, you suck, man.
What happened?
Eddie just sent me a YouTube video that is wow. It's a drone video that is incredible.
From
It
who?
is.
From who?
It's called Mingomatic.
Mingomatic, never heard of him.
I'm
You
going to
see-
send you. Well, let me see. Could I send it
Al
to
Diaz,
Novice
Kitty Hawk.
Quads?
Kitty Hawk.
No, here I sent it to you on.
Elliot
I
shared something. Elliot shared something, but is it on Gmail?
No, it's in YouTube.
It's in YouTube. Oh, okay. I might be able to pull. I got it right here.
Lawrence.
I'm looking at it. Go
That
ahead.
is incredible, Eddie. Thank you for that. That is.
I'm looking. Hold on. If you guys want, I could show it right now.
Who's cool?
That's not mine, but hold on. Let me pause this and pull this up real quick so you guys can see this. All right. This is really nice. All right. Share
Thank you, Eddie.
screen. Now this is what you call flying.
That's New York. I don't care. That's not even 107.
The fact, no. Well, you know what? I don't know anyone that can take off in 42nd Street right there like that. Okay, and that's Columbus Circle. No, so either if you notice, he's just going straight up. Whoever it is, oh wow. Okay, homina. See, this was a bucket list for me as a 107 pilot. That area, anybody can fly the statue. That's not impressive to me.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah. See, now that's City Hall. That is right above City Hall. That was another bucket list. He's got to be 107, dude, because with all the police in that area, there's no way in hell you're standing in the middle of 42nd Street and you're flying like that. This one is
You know what?
early morning,
Let's put the vest on and test it.
but it's hold on. Going back to this scene right here, I can tell you right now, this is early morning. If you look, the sun is coming from behind.
Right. Yeah. That's like 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock in the morning.
Exactly. So
Yeah.
that may be a rogue run, but a couple of these shots here, I can honestly tell you, dude, he's not doing nothing special. I mean, I'd like to know if he's 107. And this is before
I doubt it very much.
You doubt it?
Yeah, that's not 107.
I just some rogue guy named like John.
Now, Steve, we were trying to avoid names.
Man, listen, you know.
No, I don't think it's well, you know, John Smith he's talking about.
There we go.
That guy.
Yeah.
Right.
So we
Now
made
that doesn't have a John Smith video edit to it. Doesn't have that look.
Good point. Good point, Al. Good point, Al.
Now maybe because I'm actually on Hangouts and stuff, but that was actually in 4K. I may have to look at that again.
It was.
You know, yeah, I may have. Sorry, I didn't know I was still clicked on myself.
Yo, listen, on the low, I got a couple of videos in Times Square. I got a couple of videos all over because my boys was working down there one night as a cop. They let me go up like crazy.
Oh,
No, but it wasn't you that flew. It was somebody that you knew that flew.
No, that's
And
why
you
I said
got
that
it.
my boy knows
It's
somebody
not
that flew.
you.
Ray,
Yeah, somebody that blew.
Ray, you were standing next to the guy who was flying.
No, yeah, it was somebody flying blue. Yeah,
Okay.
Right.
they were saying that.
Don't forget,
blue,
this is permanent. This stays out there. This is
Yeah.
all right.
Yeah. I know you were impressed to be standing there watching the guy fly.
Right.
That had to be impressive, Ray.
Yeah, it was kind of all right. Elliot, you're a starter. Elliot, watch it. Elliot, watch it.
Hey, Elliot knows what he could say and what he can't. What's guilty, what's not.
Well, see, what happens is because these live streams are recorded, during the time when Herman does become monetized, they may or may not monetize certain videos because of what's said or shown. So that way we have to kind of, if you're standing next to a guy who's flying illegally, I guess that's okay because you're just standing there while he's flying illegally. But no one here flies
Let me ask you a
illegally
question.
ever.
Do YouTube really care about that? Because all these videos I see, everybody's flying illegal. So what is the problem?
It doesn't matter.
but
It's what could be
the
said
question
later
is-
on.
No, but hold on. The question is, are they monetized? Do you see a commercial on their video? If you
Some of
see a
these guys like
commercial on there,
10,000 viewers, 20,000 viewers. I don't know.
Yeah, but
yeah,
it's
but
what
also
could be
you gotta think
shown.
about- you got
But
to
it's
think
what
about
could be shown 2 years from now, and somebody saying something.
But no, also you have to take into account the time that they flew. 3 years ago, the rules were different. 6 months ago, the drone rules were different, right?
You got one thing. It's one thing to have a video aerial footage, and it's another thing for words to be coming out of your mouth while it's being said. You know what I mean? One
Right. There used to
the other one
be.
you can't prove.
There's a guy, Doug Demure, who does car videos. He used to say how fast he was going on his cars. And then one time they put him as to where he was driving and what speed limit he was going, and he got issued a summons.
Well, that's the same dude
Now-
with the guy who drove around Manhattan. He did that time lapse around the island of Manhattan.
Uh-huh.
They caught him through his YouTube video because he, at 4 o'clock in the morning, he raced around the entire island of Manhattan at 80 to 100 miles per hour. But what got him caught was he showed the speedometer. No, he was cool because anyone could drive around the island of Manhattan and speed that shit up. He showed the speedometer. That's what caught him.
He posted that.
Yes,
You
yes,
post
yes.
that speedometer. They can't say how fast he was going.
Right, because I could put a GoPro on my hat and ride my bike in Manhattan streets and say I went from 42nd Street to 34th Street at 100 miles
But
per hour.
if you're saying to it, you're saying that I'm driving 50 miles an hour in a
That's
25 zone.
Yeah, that's
You're
incrimination.
admitting, right? You're
But
incriminating
he didn't.
yourself.
But hey, Night Train. But he didn't do that.
What's up, Night Train?
He actually put music to the track, and there was no audio. But every now and then he would show the speedometer, 110,
That's what got
90. He was
Right.
doing 90 on the FDR. Now you know how tight the FDR is. But you see,
I had
doing
the
that.
bus at 65.
See, now you're going to jail.
I got a ticket. That's why I can say it. I had a freaking ticket. I had a kid in the back throwing up that just finished chemo and slow.
Oh man, yo, mute him.
Crazy.
In the back with his reckless driving.
I was just wanted to get that kid home and get him comfortable. That's it. Not when a kid is stage 4.
You were looking out for the welfare of the child, and I'm sure
Of course.
he appreciated it.
And that cop
safe.
and that son of a bitch kept me under the Brooklyn Bridge there for 20 minutes while he wrote me up a ticket.
Wow.
Really?
Yeah.
Listen, it's 6:51. We got 9 minutes left of the stream, and I could go eat dinner.
Yo, but Lawrence, you know what? We're gonna have to save this last one for later because we don't have the time.
We will.
While we were chatting, I went on Uber Eats and I just now ordered my dinner. So
Uber Eats. You know what I saw?
Uber Eats.
Hold
Yo,
on.
you know what's dangerous about that?
Hold on. I'm going to stop you from ordering Uber Eats because I have to show you the video. This guy, because someone didn't tip him, he says, this guy calls up 4 times a week. So because he doesn't tip me, he opened his sandwich up and he licked it and closed it back and wrapped it up and gave it to him. Okay?
Well,
keep ordering Uber Eats.
Okay, now here's the thing. With ordering from Jewish places, they seal it up.
Oh,
it has.
He pulled a J word on me. He pulled a J word on me.
I pulled the J word. Yep.
I can't.
Where'd you order from?
Not saying that one. It's. I got a falafel. That's what I got. I ordered the falafel.
All right. Listen, guys, it was real good tonight. Ray, you need to come on more often, man, and come hang out.
There's not no NBA playoff. No NBA playoff with those guys. Sorry.
He did, Elliot, he did say that the other day. He says, you guys have a good stream, but when basketball's on, I'm out.
Yeah. I can't do it, bro.
I'm out.
You gotta do like I do. You got
what's that?
Here, got the computer here, and basketball over
there. But honey, you know how I do, Al. You know how I do.
Yeah.
You know how I do. Cloud 9, baby.
All right, Night Train is going Golden State. Al Diaz is going Warriors. I don't know enough to pick a team because I don't keep up with basketball like that. All right, but
I got to represent my own, and I'll say about the Stanley Cup. There you go.
There you go.
No New York teams. What's your team, Elliot?
I don't know. My team, football. That's my team, really.
The 49ers.
No, Broncos, man. Broncos.
I'm only kidding.
Bay Area.
Broncos.
Okay.
Watch my Raiders this year. Watch my Raiders this year.
Yeah, your Raiders. Oh boy, that's gonna be wow.
Yeah.
All right, listen, we need to do one more drop before we get out of here in 7 minutes. All right.
So
okay,
you got it.
Yo, the wind just pushed my door, so I guess it's pouring outside.
But the wind pushed the door. You got somebody coming.
You got to do it, Herman. This is your stream.
I got you. You ready, guys? You ready?
Yeah.
Wednesday night with those guys are sponsored by
those guys.
There we go. Let me open up my.
Wait, can I just ask a question? When are we gonna really get a sponsor for this?
When are we gonna really get a sponsor?
When?
Yeah.
Listen, we're 2 guys from the hood.
Hold on.
Or 3 guys from the hood.
Yeah. Oh, okay. don't look at me. I work for a nonprofit, and I use that word very loosely. Nonprofit.
Non-profit, so I know what you mean.
All right. Take an allergy pill. All right.
What's that mean? You're taking the money up front?
No.
Check this out.
All
It is,
donations they cut up front.
there is a monsoon going on outside my door right now. It's really downpouring out
No
here.
drainage.
I don't mind. What
We
happened?
just had a hailstorm in Philadelphia.
Hailstorm. Just in Jersey, in New Jersey, they had golf ball size
Yeah.
hail before tornado hit. So
Yeah.
Tearing the place up.
this is one time that I'm actually glad I live in a basement, because when they have those violent thunderstorms, it just sounds like it's in a distance to me. But
Yo, check it out. FYI, I'm going to Philly. I'm going to Philly next Saturday.
I work Saturdays, man.
Oh, right. I keep thinking about that, man.
I
All
work-
right, so how you getting down there? You gonna give me a ride?
Well, check it out. I'll call you because I'm gonna be going to my crib out there, and then I usually drive to there because it's only an hour from where I live at over there.
We'll get in touch with our friend over there, Billy BK. Maybe
Yeah,
we'll
bet.
go down there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
not-
There's
we can get on that bus, man. The bus takes 2 hours to get there, man. I'm cool with that.
I ain't going on the bus. Take the train.
Or either way, I mean, can't let a vehicle be to stop you. I mean, we can get up there early. Either way,
All right. Yeah, hit me up this week. Let's talk
I
about it.
definitely will. Because I told Matt too, because he said he want to go finally, so he might even be willing to go.
You know
The
what?
only thing I heard is that the no-fly zone over there is pretty wide now. That's
Oh, yeah?
the last time.
They did expand the no-fly zone where
Yeah.
over 5 miles around the airport. They expanded it to 8 to 10 miles per hour because Philly Drone Life, a lot of places where he used to fly, he can't fly now.
Yeah, but if there's a ball game, the stadium also with that, it's just
For
rough.
him, that's the problem. Herm, it's a baseball season. That's the problem.
Right.
Right. And it's right
Baseball
there. Your
season, that's
airport
the
is
problem.
right there, too.
Yeah, it's
That's
baseball
true.
season.
That's true. The baseball and football fields are right there next to each other, and then the airport is about another half mile on the other side of the highway.
It's not really the airport. It's the baseball game that's going on.
Well, look, either way, I'm going to hit Philly because there's
Ooh.
spots that I did not hit when the last 3 times there because we were on everyone else's schedule.
Well, you know what the best thing to do is to check out the baseball schedule and plan your trip around the baseball schedule.
There you go.
Mm-hmm.
Elliot, don't jump.
No, wait. Hey, door's open. 5th floor.
Oh, bro, man.
There's my food.
Time.
Got it
Yeah.
early, too, quick.
Okay.
Yeah, Elliot,
What?
what'd you get?
Falafel.
Falafel.
Awful.
That's it.
That's it.
They
Falafel?
delivered one falafel.
No, falafel and Israeli salad.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but one
What do you mean one? One sandwich.
they delivered one.
Yeah. Oh, wait, did I get shawarma? No, I might have gotten something different. I don't know. We'll see.
You don't know what the hell you ordered?
I don't remember.
And see, this is why you should never do drugs.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, that is the perfect example of why you should not do drugs.
Elliot's breaking up because he's in the hallway.
Yeah,
I think he's got a satellite. TFRs are rough in Philly. That's because they expanded them, Mr.
well,
Williams.
the city's small
There's
too.
my food.
Yes, and Philadelphia is
Here's
small.
my food.
but There are ways around it. You just fly outside of the no-fly
Thank you
zone.
very much.
You see, like how we have the
And
Bronx.
by the way, guys, see how it comes sealed like this?
What, in a plastic bag?
No, it has this tape.
Hey,
Yeah, this tape is around the bag.
can't really see it.
We can't
Okay.
you're breaking up. You got to
You
get
gotta go back inside. Where your
I'm
signal.
inside.
well. That now your camera's blurry as hell. Looks like Max Headroom.
Look like.
See, dude, we can't. For some reason, your signal has gotten real screwy, dude. But anyway, we need to get out of here. 'cause
Sorry about that.
We gotta start signing out here.
Yeah.
Guys in the chat, I'd like to thank you for coming into the live stream. Al Diaz, who is there? Night Train.
Everybody who's in the chat room, even you guys.
Everybody that stopped in, passed through. Thanks for coming.
Even you guys lurking on your cell phone that don't want us to know who you are. We still appreciate you and we love you anyway. Seriously. Have a good night, Jay
Santiago. Thanks for coming.
Beetle, sorry you got here late, bro. Al Diaz and whoever else is out there.
And Eddie, thank you very, very much for sharing that video. That was very cool.
Yes, I'm gonna go look at that now.
Next time I need you to come on in, man. If you can, come on in.
Yes. Here's one of them. All right, let's get out of here, man. Everyone have a great evening.
Everybody take care of yourselves. Thanks again for stopping by.
All right. I get up with y'all.
See you guys later. And we're